All right, moving on, the reckless act of Chinese warship chasing a smaller Philippine patrol boat has reignited tensions in the South China Sea.
The Philippines has identified the 4 new military bases that it will be giving U.S. troops access.
Filipinos are known around the world for their strength, their resilience, and their love for freedom. Today, that same spirit is playing a powerful role in Asia because the Philippines has become a major obstacle in China's dream of taking Taiwan. At first, this might sound surprising. The Philippines is not the biggest country in the region, and it does not have the largest military. But what it does have is something China cannot ignore: a position on the map that holds the power to shape the future of Asia. Right across from Taiwan lies the island of Luzon in the Philippines. This location is like a doorway between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean. If China wants to cut Taiwan off from the rest of the world, it would need to control these routes. Yet the Philippines stands right in the middle, making sure that door is never fully closed. Geography alone makes the Philippines a barrier that China cannot move past. But it is not only about location. The Philippines has also allowed the return of American forces to key bases across the country. These bases are only a short distance from Taiwan, which means any aggressive move by China will be watched closely and countered quickly. This partnership with the United States adds a new layer of security and shows the world that the Philippines is not standing alone. The Philippines has also been firm in defending its rights at sea. From standing up to unlawful claims to strengthening its coast guard and protecting its fishermen, it has shown that even a smaller nation can resist a bigger power. These actions have inspired global attention and support, making China's path to control even more difficult. All of this proves one thing: the Philippines is not just a neighbor of Taiwan. It is a key player that is quietly reshaping the balance of power in Asia. With its location, its alliances, and the courage of its people, the Philippines is making sure that China's plans are never as simple as they appear. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next updates. Share this with your friends and leave your thoughts in the comments, because your support helps us continue creating powerful content for you. Coming down to the first major factor, the Philippines holds a geographic position that directly blocks China's plans. The island of Luzon is only a short distance away from Taiwan and is separated by the Bashi Channel, one of the most important sea lanes in the world. This narrow passage is the route China would need to control if it wanted to cut Taiwan off from international trade and military support. With the Philippines standing at the edge of this channel, Beijing cannot make a move without facing resistance. This makes the Philippines a natural barrier. Any attempt to dominate Taiwan would not only mean confronting Taiwan itself, but also dealing with the Philippines and its allies. The location creates a powerful roadblock that limits China's ability to expand freely. It is not about having the largest army, but about holding the ground that controls access to the sea. In this case, the Philippines stands firm like a wall in China's path. Another reason the Philippines stands in the way of China's plans for Taiwan is its strong defense ties with the United States. For decades, the Philippines has been a key American ally in Asia under the Mutual Defense Treaty. This agreement means that if either nation is attacked, both are bound to come to each other's aid. In recent years, this partnership has only grown stronger as both sides reopened military bases and held joint exercises to improve readiness. The United States has gained access to sites in northern Luzon, which is very close to Taiwan. This allows American forces to respond quickly in case of any crisis in the Taiwan Strait. For China, this creates a major obstacle since any move toward Taiwan would immediately trigger not just local resistance, but also the involvement of one of the most powerful militaries in the world. This cooperation is more than symbolic. It provides the Philippines with modern equipment, training, and intelligence, while also signaling to China that any aggressive act will not go unanswered. By standing side by side with the United States, the Philippines makes it clear that it is not isolated, and that any plan to dominate Taiwan will face serious challenges. One of the strongest signals of Philippine resistance to China's ambitions is the expansion of military bases in the northern region. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, the Philippines has granted the United States access to more sites, and several of these are located in Luzon. the island closest to Taiwan. This decision changes the balance of power in the area, as it places Allied forces directly near the Taiwan Strait. These bases are not just symbolic outposts. They are strategic locations where troops can be stationed, equipment can be stored, and operations can be launched in the event of a conflict. Their proximity to Taiwan means China cannot ignore them, since they act as a frontline barrier against any move to isolate or invade the island. For the Philippines, the bases provide added protection and assurance that help will be immediate if tensions rise. For the United States, they serve as a strong reminder of its presence in Asia and its commitment to defend its allies. Together, these expanded bases ensure that China's path toward Taiwan is not an open road, but one guarded by both Philippine and American resolve. The South China Sea is another reason the Philippines makes China's plans for Taiwan more complicated. This vast waterway is not only rich in resources, but also one of the busiest trade routes in the world. The Philippines lies at the heart of it, giving the country a strong advantage in controlling access and monitoring activity. For China, gaining dominance over Taiwan would mean securing control of these waters, but the Philippines continues to stand firm against unlawful claims. The 2016 international ruling in The Hague favored the Philippines, rejecting China's sweeping claims in the region. Even though Beijing refuses to recognize the decision, it gave the Philippines a powerful legal weapon and global support. By actively defending its waters with Coast Guard patrols and alliances, the Philippines adds another barrier to China's expansion strategy. This connection between the South China Sea and Taiwan is critical. Any Chinese move toward Taiwan would also require control of the surrounding seas, and the Philippines makes that goal far more difficult to achieve. With strong international backing, the country continues to be a central figure in keeping these waters open and free. The Philippines is not standing alone in its position. As a founding member of ASEAN, it carries weight in shaping the direction of Southeast Asia. Within this group, the Philippines is able to push forward discussions on security, trade, and territorial rights. Its active participation ensures that the South China Sea dispute and the growing tension around Taiwan are always part of the regional agenda. China wants ASEAN to remain neutral or silent, but the Philippines constantly raises the importance of international law and collective security. By doing this, it keeps the spotlight on issues that Beijing would prefer to handle quietly. This forces China to face regional pressure, not just bilateral talks. The Philippines also works with fellow ASEAN states that share concerns about China's aggressive actions. Through this cooperation, Manila strengthens its voice and shows that the challenge is not one country against a giant, but a region united for stability. This role as a diplomatic influencer adds another barrier to China's ambitions, because it turns local resistance into a broader regional stance. One of the strongest shields the Philippines has against China's ambitions is international law and the global support that comes with it. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in favor of the Philippines, rejecting China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea. Although China refuses to recognize the decision, the ruling remains a powerful legal weapon that gives the Philippines legitimacy on the world stage. The United States, Japan, Australia, and the European Union have all voiced support for the Philippines, insisting that the ruling must be respected. This backing gives Manila not only legal strength, but also political weight. When these nations conduct joint patrols or issue statements, they remind China that the Philippines is not isolated. International law also places China in a difficult position. The more it ignores the ruling, the more it appears as a country that disregards global norms. This damages its image and strengthens the Philippines' case in rallying allies. With this combination of legal victory and global recognition, the Philippines is able to resist pressure and stand firm against moves that threaten its sovereignty. While the Philippines relies on allies and international law, it also knows that true security comes from building its own strength. In recent years, the country has taken serious steps to modernize its armed forces. Old equipment is being replaced with modern ships, fighter jets, and coastal defense systems that can better protect its waters. This transformation is not about aggression, but about making sure the country can defend itself when needed. The government has increased defense budgets and signed agreements to acquire advanced technology from partners like the United States, Japan, and South Korea. These improvements are designed to give Filipino forces the tools to monitor the seas, guard the skies, and respond quickly to any threat. At the same time, training exercises with allies help sharpen the skills of Filipino soldiers and prepare them for real challenges. By steadily building a stronger and more capable military, the Philippines sends a clear message. It is not a passive player that relies only on others. It is a nation that is willing to take responsibility for its own defense while working together with its allies. This balance of self-reliance and cooperation makes the Philippines an even harder barrier to China's plans. At the heart of the Philippines lies a spirit that no outside force has ever been able to defeat. This spirit of resistance is deeply rooted in the nation's history, from standing against colonizers to defending its sovereignty in modern times. Every challenge the Philippines has faced, whether in war, natural disasters, or political struggles, has only made its people stronger and more determined. This resilience is what sets the Philippines apart in the current struggle with China. While powerful nations may rely on weapons and intimidation, the Filipino spirit relies on unity, courage, and the belief that their land and their seas are worth protecting at all costs. It is this strength of will that prevents the country from being easily controlled or silenced. The spirit of resistance also inspires hope beyond the Philippines. It shows the world that even a smaller nation can stand firm against larger powers when its people are united and proud. This determination acts as a shield, reminding both allies and rivals that the Philippines cannot be pushed aside. In the end, it is not just military strength or alliances that keep the Philippines strong. It is the unshakable spirit of its people, a spirit that continues to inspire both respect and caution from nations like China, and one that will always guide the country in protecting its independence. The Philippines may not have the size or military power of its rivals, but what it has is far greater. A strategic location, strong alliances, a proud people, and above all, the spirit of resistance that has carried it through centuries of challenges. This is how the Philippines is quietly standing in the way of China's ambitions in Taiwan and the region. If you enjoyed learning about how the Philippines is shaping the future of Asia, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video. Share this with your friends and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means everything and helps us continue creating content that matters for you.